Welcome to Dateline Polk, with news about your county government. I'm your host, Josh Wilson, and today you'll learn about County Commission actions from the May 2nd board meeting. Some of the first steps in creating a new booking facility for the Polk County Sheriff's Office were approved by the board at Tuesday's meeting. The board approved an architectural and engineering services agreement with Clemens, Rutherford, and Associates. During this first phase of the project, which is slated to cost $145,276, the company and its subcontractors will conduct a space needs analysis, a site analysis on county-owned property off Winter Lake Road adjacent to the Sheriff's Animal Control Facility, transportation impacts, inmate release movements, master planning, conceptual construction cost estimate, and a 5% owner's allowance. The project should be complete in about 4 months.
Today I was here to seek approval from the board for a architectural design contract for a new bookend facility for the sheriff. The plan is to build the new facility out behind Animal Control on Winter Lake Road between Lakeland and Winter Haven. This contract today is to produce a conceptual design and conceptual cost estimate, and once we get that done, we'll bring it back to the board and to the sheriff for them to approve the estimate, and at that point we'll move forward full speed with the design.
The board approved letters of agreement from the State of Florida's Agency for Healthcare Administration for Winter Haven Hospitals and Lakeland Regional Health's requests for matching funds. Winter Haven Hospital is eligible, and Lakeland Regional Health may be eligible for the low-income pool, which helps hospitals care for low-income and uninsured patients and provides federal matching funds. In this approval, about $2.8 million in the indigent healthcare reserves will be transferred to the indigent healthcare operating budget for the matching funds. In other news, it was proclaimed May 1st through 7th of 2017 as Polk County Juror Appreciation Week. Chief Judge Donald Jacobson and Polk Clerk Stacy Butterfield accepted the proclamation.
I was here today in front of the Commission to receive a proclamation thanking jurors for their service, thanking citizens for stepping up and providing their jury service. Jury service is one of the most important things citizens of this county can participate in, and this proclamation was a recognition of that service. We understand how difficult it is and how time-consuming jury service might be, but it is truly one of the foundations of our system. I'm often asked, Judge, why do I have to go down for jury service? I just don't understand. I like to answer that question by telling them that their opportunity and duty to be a juror stems back 240 years. In the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson wrote a long litany of gripes and complaints that people had against the King of England. Prominent amongst those was for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of a trial by jury. That concept of trial by jury is carried into the Constitution in 3 places. In the body of the Constitution, it says the trial of all crimes shall be by jury. In the 6th and 7th Amendment of the United States Constitution, the 6th Amendment, in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury. 7th Amendment, in all suits at common law, and that's where people are suing each other, the right of a trial by jury shall be preserved. So the reason you were called for jury service is dates back 240 years, and it is truly one of the cornerstones of our system to allow citizens to sit in judgment of facts that are before the court. So I just encourage each and every one of you, when you receive your juror summons, don't look for ways to get out of it. Look for ways to come down and participate in your government in truly one of the most important functions you can serve as a citizen. So on behalf of you all, I received the proclamation declaring this Jury Appreciation Week, and we truly appreciate your service. Thank you.
It was proclaimed May 2nd, 2017 as Tree Day in Polk County. Fernando Valverde accepted the proclamation.
Tree Day, Arbor Day, which is combined with Earth Day, and it has become a national day since 1872. And here locally, in Polk, in Osceola, and all of Florida, it is celebrated with planting trees and emphasizing the importance that trees have in our lives. And the county commissioners have pushed this last years under the leadership of county commissioners and Todd Dantzler. Todd Dantzler has gone to schools and talked about the tree and what it means for the kids and for nature. And our project is to help develop pride in students that come from all over. Some from New York, some from Jamaica, some from Cuba and Puerto Rico, all over. And this way they learn their heritage. Surprisingly, how many Hispanic kids are in our schools. And once you tell them that the tree, Poinciana tree, we have a large community called Poinciana, and they don't know what Polk is or Bartow and Poinciana. It's just like Louisiana. So a French king, King Louis, named somebody, a nobleman, to come with his family to the New World to oversee all the French interests back in 1650 that they had. This part was French, that part was American or British, and they came to the Caribbean and they settled home there. And he was like the governor, military number one, and so forth. And they brought the tree from Madagascar, which is off the coast of Africa, to the New World. And here it spread, there it spread to all over Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, California, all the way up to Vietnam, southern part, where it's warmer weather. And it was brought to Florida by Henry Flagler, which everybody knows is an educator and philanthropist, and a partner with Rockefeller, to decorate official buildings all the coast of East Coast. Also, there's a beautiful song called Poinciana. It's a song, and it was pushed or made famous in the 1930s by Bing Crosby, André Castellanos, Perry Como, Gato Barbieri, and even Glenn Miller. Different songs, and it's in English, Spanish, Creole, all sorts of renditions. We get into schools to play it, sing it, marching band, and so forth. And it's all issued to develop pride. And we appreciate county commissioners and also Todd Dantzler and Melody and all the other previous, Paula Dockery and other ones, Gene Reed, all the other ones that Paul Sempt, that pushed Poinciana and made it, I say modern, and got involved with the schools. That in summary is the project. Poinciana Tree Heritage Program.
It was proclaimed May 2017 as Water Safety Awareness Month in Polk County. Rachel Warren, who represented Abby Grace's Hope Incorporated, accepted the proclamation.
We're here today accepting the proclamation as May as Water Safety Month. It's super important because my daughter Abigail suffered a non-fatal drowning accident on Memorial Day of 2013. And as a result of that, obviously left us with some concerns for all the residents here in Polk County and Florida and beyond, because drowning is preventable, and there's a lot of things that we can be doing to support efforts in water safety and drowning prevention. So we greatly appreciate the efforts today in proclaiming May as Water Safety Month as we all work together to promote different efforts in water safety, such as learning to swim, barriers around our pools, learning CPR, and so many more different things that we can do to promote water safety.
It was proclaimed May 4th, 2017 as Polk County Historical Commission Day in Polk County. Jennifer Bush, who represented the Polk County Historical Commission, accepted the proclamation.
What an honor it was to be here today to accept this proclamation on behalf of the Polk County Historical Commission. Not just the current commission, but all of those who have had the honor of serving in this role in the past. What a great county that we're a part of, to know that the leadership values our history, because history, it's all about the stories that we all have, and everything that we have in our county today, you can take that back to those who have gone before us, that have laid the foundations, literally all the way back to the founders of our communities. We have a great story to tell in Polk County, and we're so thankful that the leaders of our county recognize the value in preserving and perpetuating our history, our stories.
Tucker Paving Incorporated was recognized as a Polk County Company of Excellence. Lance Schmidt and Walker Wilkerson of Clifton Larson Allen LLP presented the board with the county's comprehensive annual financial audit for the last year, which ended September 30th, 2016. During the presentation, they detailed the different methods they used and how the county fared with its accounting practices. The pair said it ultimately was the best audit report the county could receive.
It was a real pleasure to present the September 30, 2016 audit this year. It was a pleasure to work with the county on that engagement. We had great news to deliver to the county today. That was something that was earned, not just given out. County had a very clean audit report this year, and again, just want to say thanks to all those that helped make that happen, and also congratulations to the county and their staff for having a good audit this year.
Randall Vogel, the county's floodplain manager, made a presentation to the board about the changes in FEMA's floodplain maps. The maps, which are used to determine a property's risk to potential floods, were recently updated to more accurately reflect which areas of Polk are more at risk.
The flood maps were adopted in December of 2016, and as part of the process, we did outreach over 2 years, a total of 12 meetings, to reach out to people, explain the maps, give them an opportunity to see the maps, and to address any questions they've had. Since the maps have become public, we've also provided our information and tried to be available to individuals who have an issue with the maps, to try to help them through the various FEMA processes that would allow them to either revise the maps or lower their flood insurance premium.
The board also made its appointments to the Charter Review Commission. Those appointments included Patty Schmidt, Clay Watkins, Bob English, Eduardo Viscioso, Alice Hunt, Christian Spinoza, Lisa Jensen, Rennie Heath, Charles McPherson, Mike Hickman, Robert Stantz, Greg Masters, and Cassandra Denmark. The board approved a settlement agreement over mitigation of transportation impact fees with the Drummond Company Incorporated and the City of Lakeland. In this agreement, nearly $1.4 million in impact fee revenue would be lost between now and December 31st, 2026, which is the sunset date of this agreement. In public hearings, during the afternoon session, the board held several public hearings on a variety of items. Those items up for consideration included: the board adopted a resolution to vacate portions of deeded, unmaintained, and unnamed right-of-way located near Stembridge Road, which is east of Lake Wells; a large-scale comprehensive plan map amendment to change the future land use designation from agricultural residential rural to institutional on 40 acres from the planned Gibson Oaks water production facility was adopted; and the board adopted a temporary moratorium on the acceptance and processing of certain applications related to soil manufacturing facilities. Well, that wraps up this edition of Dateline Polk. To keep current with programs and progress in the county, visit us online at polk-county.net or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We encourage you to join us at the next scheduled board meeting at 9 a.m. Tuesday, May 16th. I'm Josh Wilson. Thanks for watching.